How's it going? Sam here with your MCO special. It's been a while. Yes, I'm aware. So, not to worry, I'm still around and there's plenty of things to learn. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about these animals. Anyone want to tell me what these animals are? Take a guess. Yeah. Look, he's got an A over here. Why does he have an A? Maybe it's because he stands for vitamin A. Yeah, we're going to be talking about vitamins, not animals. But yes, for information, that is an aardvark. Or it's supposed to be anyway. Have you seen an aardvark? Maybe not. But yeah, I'm sure you can guess what this E is. Maybe. Okay. Now, I'm sure you guys know all about your vitamins. Alright. So, vitamins are these really essential things that we need that we cannot make on our own. Okay, so humans cannot produce these, cannot make. Okay, so we have to eat them somehow. Okay, but we only need them in very small amounts. Okay, so vitamins and minerals, I'm sure you've heard, are very important, very important. Okay, all right, so let's hop to it, shall we? Now let's go through the vitamins. So do you know what your vitamins are? Let's see. Vitamin A. Okay, let's go with a little alpha. So what happens if you don't have enough vitamin A? Okay, so you start to have issues with your eyes. I'm sure you remember this from school. Visual. Your skin may not be so good. Skin, needs a hand. Skin, you get little lesions and stuff. Whatever. Okay, that's A. Okay, what about B? B, get it? B. Okay, so B is quite a complex one. Okay, I'm sure you've heard of many vitamin B complexes, like B1, which is thiamine, and B12, which is folate, and B blah 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 blah. Okay, so if you don't have enough B12, you end up with what is called anemia. Okay, so that's basically your blood not so good. You feel tired and sleepy. Okay. Okay. So that's B deficiency. All right. Now, what about C? What do you think that is? All right. So the famous C, you get scurvy. So you may have heard this from the pirates. Arr, pirates. Yeah, it's like cowboy. Oh, good grief. Anyway, pirates. With their eye patches. Okay. There you go. It's a pirate. Okay. So I'm sure you've heard the term the scurvy dogs. Okay. So scurvy is basically a not very nice fun gum disease. Okay. So you're basically your gums and your teeth rot away because you don't have enough vitamin C, and you end up like a pirate with one tooth, fake one. Okay. All right, and then we have D. I don't know what that is. What is that? What is that? Donkey? A dog? A didgeridoo? Anyway, so if you don't have vitamin D, it's quite a serious one. You end up with bone abnormalities. Bone, not good. Bone, bad. It becomes very brittle. Okay, so get your vitamin D. Okay. And then we have another one, E, of course. What happens if you don't have enough E? Well, you get neurological problems. Neuro, which is your nerves. Okay, so yeah, basically you end up with this thing. This is your brain. Okay, and this is your nervous system. Okay, it's not so good. Right? Oh, but wait, I'm forgetting one. The most important of them all. Vitamin K. It's not an animal. But yeah, for those of you that used to watch maybe this thing called Power Rangers, you might know that. Yeah, it's not Ranger K. It's just the name starts with. Anyway, vitamin K. What happens if you don't have enough vitamin K? You end up with blood deficiency problems. Okay, well, Okay, so blood, not so good. Surface. Okay, so your blood no clot, so you end up with blood clotting issues. Clotting. Okay. Now I will go to the reasons why you get this stuff. You know, this is just stuff you learn in textbooks. Okay, so what we are going to be talking about is with these vitamins. Have you ever wondered? Have you wondered how and why they are named so funnily? Okay, so why is there an A and a B1 and a 2, B3 and a B12 and a B7? You know, okay, and then a C and a D, and then suddenly they skip a couple and you end up with K. Okay, have you ever wondered? Okay, so I will tell you. Okay, let's go in. Okay, so what happened is the first 5. Okay, that's the first 5 vitamins. So that's A to E were discovered back in 1910 to 20, something like that, long time ago. Okay, and so they were like, oh, let's name them A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so D had actually been lumped together with A, but you know, they eventually figured it out. Okay, okay, so what happened is after this scientist named the first 5, then they found another vitamin, okay, which was discovered in 1920, and the second one that was very similar to B. Okay, so at the time they decided to go with calling B1, which is thiamine. Okay, and B2, you know, second banana. Okay, which is called riboflavin. Quite a fun name. Okay, and then eventually they discovered some more B's. You know, B3 and the B9 and the B. Look, and it wasn't even in sequence. Okay, so they just lumped them all together and they called them the B complexes, like a band. You know. Okay, so they definitely weren't in chronological order. Okay, so what happened is, for the bees, the story of the bees. So in 1926, they discovered B12. Don't ask me why. Okay, and then in later on in 1931, they discovered B5. Oh, and B6. No. Was it B6? B7. Makes no sense. Okay, and then in 1934 they discovered B6. Okay, now mind you, these all had their own names. So like B7 was called biotin and B6 was called pyridoxine. And 1936 they found B3, niacin. Okay, and finally in 1941 they discovered folic acid, B9. Alright, so it wasn't even in chronological, it wasn't even in numerical order. Okay, so what happened? They basically, yeah, that's the long and short of it. So they just got lumped together because they're also similar, and they just called them B complex. There you go. Right. Now, next up, we have the other question: why did it skip from E straight to K? You ever wondered? Okay, so that, what happened is there actually was a vitamin F and a G. Okay, but they were so similar, or they had been reclassified. Okay, so F became fatty acids. F for fat. Right. Okay, so not a vitamin. Okay, and G became B2. Right, because I don't know, someone messed up somewhere. They were, I guess they missed the memo that they had discovered B2, you know, back in the Stone Ages, back in 1920s. Okay, and then H became biotin. Okay, so for those of you paying attention, which one was biotin? I'll give you a hint. It's one of the vitamin B's. B. 7. Okay, 7. Alright, so there you go. So there's no longer a vitamin F or a G or a H. Okay, so let's skip straight to K. Special K. Special K. Alright. Yeah. So there you go. There's a little bit of the history of the vitamins. Okay. And yeah. That's pretty much it. So yeah. That's all. That's all, folks. Okay, so now you know the brief history of why vitamins are so weirdly named. Okay, I guess we just stuck with it. Okay, sounds a hell of a lot better than, I don't know, all these code names that they have for things these days. Alright, hope you have fun. That's me, Sam, out. Okay, stay tuned for more randomness. And stay safe, stay healthy. And take care now. Take care.